Let's hear it for Carina Livoti!
Before I tell any jokes, I would like to give a shout out to my grandma, who is in the audience. Nana, I'm sorry. When I invited you, I didn't think you'd say yes. So I really like Dove chocolate, but I'm not fond of the life sort of advice you get inside of the packets. You know, it always says shit like, love yourself today. If I loved myself, I wouldn't be eating all this goddamn candy. Know your market, Dove. Occasionally I do get one over on them, though. It'll say something like, feel the sunshine on your face. And that's when I'm like, huh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm reading Old Testament Bible fan fiction by myself. There is no sunshine. You're not the boss of me. I tagged along with a friend who was getting a tattoo sleeve finished. And what I learned from that experience was that more than 30 minutes in a tattoo shop will make anyone believe that they need one. 3 hours, and you start cooking up some pretty extravagant ideas. I was sitting there and I'm like, you know what I need is the word luck tattooed on the side of my body. So I always have luck on my side. But if I'm gonna have luck on my side, what I need is the word trick 3 times on the inside of my arm. So I have a few tricks up my sleeve. But if I've got luck on my side and tricks up my sleeve, then I need a bunch of clock faces on my palms. So I also have time on my hands. Then I remembered that I'd just been fired from my first job for staging an office-wide reenactment of the Bay of Pigs invasion. And I knew, like, if I didn't get another one quickly enough, I was gonna have to move back in with my parents and pack up all my books and drown all my cats because my mom's allergic to those. And I'd just be standing over this tub full of dead felines thinking if luck were on my side, I'd have a boyfriend at least to drown in this tub because my dad's allergic to those. And I certainly don't have any tricks up my sleeve or I wouldn't be moving into my parents' basement. But you're right, tattoo shop Carina, I do have time on my hands because I don't have a fucking job. I lied in that last joke. I actually do have a boyfriend. And between that and the bachelor's degree that I have, my parents' friends think it's appropriate to ask me really creepy personal questions. You know, like, when are you gonna have a baby? Now, laying aside the fact that the only truth in that last joke was that I'm unemployed and that my boyfriend is so new the tags are still on him and I kept the receipt. I imagine myself raising a child and it is a harrowing picture. You know, the little kid would be like, Mommy, I'm so tired, I need a nap. And I'd be like, no. Just, you know, drink another freaking cup of coffee. Sleep is for the weak. You have shit to do. Kid would be like, I was at Michael's party last night and I drank all this juice and now my head hurts and everything is... Hey! You had fun, didn't you? And fun has a price. Now hop to it. Waldo's not gonna find himself, kiddo. You know, kids are always learning new things, and I am still learning new things. I'm 23, and I learned 2 new words recently. Or rather, I learned that I've spent a decade misusing 2 words, which is a really important distinction to make when the words in question are money shot and bust a nut. Now, in my defense, I grew up around a lot of like auto body mechanics and, you know, those kind of people. And so I associated nuts with nuts and bolts. And, you know, bust a nut as the idea of like it would bust under too much weight. For those of you who maybe follow a similar logic, you should know that bust a nut does not, in fact, mean to give way under immense physical pressure or strain. Or I suppose it does, but not in the way that I thought. For example, if you were hypothetically a Carina-sized person helping your brother carry a very heavy bed frame up some stairs and you were at the bottom, it would not be appropriate to say, hey bitch, can you go any faster? I'm about to bust a nut back here. Similarly, if you had finally gotten your cousin's toddler to sit still in your grandpa's lap long enough for a holiday picture, it would not be appropriate to scream out, that's the money shot. Because money shot does not mean good picture. Or does it? That's it for me, guys. Thank you.
Keep it going for Carina Livoti.